What if I told you that you could be walking around with a small fortune in your pocket and not even know about it? And people will be willing to pay you top dollar to get what you might have if you know what to look for. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm talking about coin hunting, which is a hobby that I recently picked up. And according to a CNBC article, people have been making up to $100,000 off coin hunting. Now, aside from the potential financial value, there's also a historical value to this hobby, which I think is pretty cool. As you search for coins, you'll find older and less common ones, and you'll preserve them, which is you're essentially preserving American history. Now, knowing the basic understanding of coin rarities is very important, as for me, it served as a seemingly never ending source of excitement and thrill as you're always hunting through coins and seeing what you can find. So, hopefully, I could share some of that with you today. During this speech, we'll talk about what kinds of coins to look for, how to look for them, and the key parts of United States coinage history that you should especially know when first starting out your coin hunt. So, first, let's talk about what types of coins to look for. There's really two things to look for. The first is just look at the coin design. So, coins changed over the years, and for example, from the wheat penny, which was made from 1909 to 1958, compared to the modern day penny we have now, it's very discernible. So, it's very easy to find and see the difference of those two. The second thing to look for is the date that's stamped on the coin. You typically want to look for older dates, as these often have the potential to have a lower mintage, which means less were minted in that year, and which means they're more valuable. And a good benchmark for older dates is anything older than 1960, I like to keep. Now, the second thing we'll talk about is how to look for coins. And there's really two ways that I look for coins. The first way is going to my local bank and getting some coin rolls and searching through them. This will take a little time because you'll be having to look through hundreds, if not thousands, of coins. But there's a financial reward to this, as you'll be paying face value for any rare coin you find. And the other thing about going to a bank is it really just adds a thrill to the coin hunt, as you'll be searching through yourself to find rare coins versus just buying a rare coin. So now, the second way I look for coins is by going to garage sales. This is a good way because people are often willing to charge you a better price for a coin than the average coin dealer would. And also, people often have what's called junk silver laying around, which is, according to silver recyclers, quote, any United States coin that contains a significant percentage of silver, dimes, quarters, and half dollars minted prior to 1965 contain 90% silver. Half dollars minted from 1965 to 1970 contain 40% silver. So you always want to look up for those years because those contain silver. Next, let's talk a little bit about United States coinage history. Now, aside from the fact that it adds a level of appreciation to your hunt, it's also important to know what time periods contained rarer coins, just to be mindful of when searching so you can pick them out easier. The first thing to know about is during World War II, nickels, the metal nickel in nickels was needed for World War II to meet war demands, such as to create ammo and such. So they actually took part of the nickel metal out of the nickel 5-cent coin and replaced it with 35% silver. So any nickel you find from 1942 to 1945 contains 35% silver, which is pretty cool. Um, and another interesting thing to know about is that the same thing happened to pennies during World War II. And according to A History Since by J. Ehrlichman, needing this metal for wartime use, the composition was changed in 1943 to steel, with a light coating of zinc to help protect it from rusting. But since it gave nickel pennies a silver look, people often mistaken them for dimes. So 1943 was actually the only year they made steel pennies in. So, as you can tell, there's a lot more than what meets the eye with coins. Coin hunting is a terrific source of entertainment and excitement, and it could be obtained when understanding what coins to look for and what to look for them in their history. All in all, I would recommend you give it a try, see what you can find. If you have any pocket change laying around your house, just look through it. You never know what you can find. It's really fun, and coins to me are essentially works of art, and it's really easy to mistake them for just another piece of currency. The intricate detail coupled with its rich history is why coin collecting really stands out to me.